Today I'm taking you along with me on an adventure lab that is dedicated to an American musician and rock and roll Hall of Famer. You can't talk guitars without saying the name Les Paul. More accurately, you can't even talk about recording music without mentioning Les Paul's name. The lifelong innovator created the echo delay, overdubbing, multi-tracking, and a lot more. You can't overstate Les Paul's genius. Les Paul was born in 1915 as Lester William Paulfuss in Waukesha, Wisconsin. As a young teenager, Paul began his first experiments with sound. Wanting to make his acoustic guitar heard by more people at local venues, he took a record player needle, attached it to his guitar, and also to a radio speaker, and thus began his invention of the solid body electric guitar. Today I'm taking you around Waukesha, Wisconsin, the birthplace and resting place of the local music legend. Alright, it's time to pull up the Adventure Lab app. There's the adventures right there in Waukesha, but the one we're going for today is right there. Les Paul, the Wizard of Waukesha is what it's called. This Adventure Lab starts right here, not too far from downtown Waukesha. The orange spot, that's where we're going to go right there. The orange spot. The gray spots, we don't know, we can't go there yet. We have to do these in a sequential order. So without further ado, let's get to it. As a teenager, Les Paul created his first solid body electric guitar with a 2-foot piece of discarded train rail that he and some friends found underneath the Wisconsin Avenue Bridge. That bridge is the bridge I'm standing on right now. Alright, if you've never done an Adventure Lab before, what happens is when you get close to ground zero, you can now answer the question that is in the area of this spot. As you can see on the screen right there, I'm going to hit the answer button and a question pops up. It says, what did Les Paul call his first solid body guitar? Well, luckily for me, the answer to this one is actually in the Adventure Lab description. I'm going to go ahead and answer that now. Boy, they really love Les Paul here in Waukesha. They have a school named after him. There's also a performing arts center here. And also, there's an entire Beltline road that goes around the entire city named the Les Paul Parkway. All right, well, that's first stage done. Let's go to the next stage. Let's see what we can find there. The second stage of the Adventure Lab takes us right here to the Les Paul Performance Center, where Paul played as a teenager quite a bit right here in town. He fashioned together a harmonica holder out of a metal coat hanger so he could wrap it around his neck and hold the harmonica and also play the guitar at the same time. Today, these things are still used by bands and harmonica players all around the world. Let's go see what we got for stage number 2. This place looks kind of cool. I see a bunch of benches out here and it looks like a stage. And what's this right next to the stage? A big old guitar. Yeah, all sorts of information here on the location. Right there he is. Red Hot Red. Red hair. Harmonica player. Guitar. Alright, let's see what that Adventure Lab has to say. What type of guitar did Les Paul play at the Les Paul Bandshell in 1990? We're looking for 2 words here. The answer is actually on this guitar, and it is right there underneath my hand. You're going to have to come here and find this yourself. Yes. Should I do it? Should I do it? Yeah, of course I should do it. You can cross that off your bucket list. Alright, well, the next stage takes us to the Les Paul mural that's near downtown. Let's go see what they got over there. Well, in case you haven't noticed, Waukesha is full of downtown murals, just like the one right here dedicated to Les Paul. This mural is actually stage 4 to the Adventure Lab, where I have to get a word off the mural, put it into the app, and claim the find. Our fourth stop takes us to this building right here, the 400 Club. Originally built in 1894 as a railroad hotel as it sits across from a depot, Les's brothers and his father bought this place, turned it into a nightclub, and it also has a bar in the shape of a guitar. Now Les and his wife Mary Ford, they had a music band at the time, and they played their first live gig here on opening night. How cool, huh? The Adventure Lab stage is right on that wall over there. Let's go get the answer. All right, everybody, welcome to Prairie Home Cemetery, the final resting place of Les Paul.
All right, let's go check and see what we got in this grave area. Well, the caskets are covered up in snow right now, or the spot where he's buried anyway, but what a beautiful and awesome monument.
Well, there are a lot of guitars around Waukesha, let alone the statues, the murals, and things like that. But this spot right here, this spot, is probably got to be the coolest guitar of them all.
Check it out. Some people have left guitar picks here as little mementos. Cool.
Not only is Mr. Paul buried here, but his mother is buried here as well too. That was one of his requests, according to the cache page. There's some benches for fans to come sit and just enjoy the spot. And there's also a spot that has all his major awards and inductions on it as well too. Just a really cool spot to be.
Check this one out right here. 1988 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. That's awesome.
And not only that, did you know that he was inducted in 1988 with the Beatles and the Beach Boys? That's some pretty good company right there. Well, of course, there is an Adventure Lab here. That's what we're here for. It'd be kind of a shame if I didn't get that, so let's get on with that. Of course, every great Adventure Lab has a bonus cache as well. This one does too, and I'll take you there in a minute.
All right, let's see if we can find that Adventure Lab bonus cache.
I'm standing near ground zero for the Adventure Lab bonus cache now. Let's see if we can find it. There you are, you little sneaky snake. Well, I thought for sure there'd be a guitar-shaped container there, but that'll work. That'll work just fine. While you're trying to perfect your air guitar moves, I'll be doing the next adventure to show you right here on Geocaching with Hailmeister. See you next time.